Hello everyone, and welcome back to another anniversary video here on 111BrickReviews111. My name is Joe, and I cannot believe I'm already sitting down here doing another one of these videos. Of course, years go by just like that. The older you get, I promise you it happens. Years just go by super fast, and I don't, whatever. This video is going to be a little different. It's going to be a little bit more formal-esque. I kind of written down points that I'm going to kind of follow by, but just, I didn't get a lot of time to really prep for this video like some other years I have. So this one I have a few topics that I kind of want to discuss. The first one being that something I haven't had a chance to talk about in sort of this one-on-one sort of conversation. And first disclaimer, if you hear the wind, I'm sorry, I'm right next to my window, and I tried to film this yesterday and we had tornado warnings and hail and it was just a mess. So here I am, the day of. It is literally March 7th right now. But anyways, so the one thing I didn't get to discuss one-on-one is my name change. So, it wasn't a big change. It was pretty hard for me, because, I went from 111 Lego Reviews 111 to 111 Brick Reviews 111, and sort of I've been asked, like, why? So, here it is. So, basically, we live in a world today where people are, have a lot of self-interest and, people could just take you down whenever. So I wasn't really putting myself in a position where having a trademark name in my YouTube channel, which I own and operate on and make money off of and all that, and having a trademark name in that probably wasn't the best idea. It's something that you don't think when you're 12 years old, but when you get to be an adult, you kind of think about that stuff a little bit more seriously. So that was one aspect of why I changed my name. It's a very, simple name change. Like, I could have gone a lot drastically, like I kind of wanted to, but I didn't see a point in, going with that name for so long, and then all of a sudden, sorry, there's like a dust, and then all of a sudden changing it to something drastic I didn't think was a very smart decision. So I didn't. I just went from Lego to brick, and it's very simple. And plus, I feel like I could be more approached by, third parties on certain things if they feel more comfortable with the name Brick versus Lego, again, the trademark. So, yeah, that is pretty much why I changed my name. So that's sort of the only back-end sort of thing that changed in this past year. Like, back-end, I mean sort of like channel sort of underlining. I did switch partner networks, which I guess is another big one. That was interesting. But, so those are the only back-end stuff. Me personally, like on a personal level, what has changed in this past year is, I don't know if I said this in previous years, but I probably did, but I really, this year in particular, between this and last, and I've done a lot of growing up. Once you get to a certain age, where it's sort of just, you're not as sheltered, and you kind of figure out who you are. And that's where I'm at right now. You kind of figure out sort of things like what's the best qualities in your life. And so that's what I've been figuring out. You kind of figure out who your real friends are. You kind of figure out how you want to spend your time, sort of a thing. And you figure out what makes you happy. So it was something that was very, very interesting to kind of progress towards, which past years I think I probably said I've done a lot of growing up, but I think this past year in particular, maybe like even these past 6 months, just sort of really figuring it out, and it's been kind of hard, but it's just something you have to do. I think it's something that everyone does. So really just figuring out who I am as a person and what I love, and sort of taking, the next step in my life and trying to figure things out. I'm not by any means, I know what life is, no. So I have personal struggles right now, like I graduated college January, a few months ago. And now I have to figure out where I'm going to go from there, like what more school I'm going to do, what schools I'm going to apply for, what sort of programs I'm going to go into. I've been presented with an opportunity to potentially stay where I'm at right now, but move positions, like promoted in the job I'm in now, and it's just a lot of those conflicting paths right now. So by any means, I'm not there. So yeah. So when I make these videos, I really try to figure out what kind of theme I'm going to go towards. If I'm going to go sort of towards the route of celebrating the channel, celebrating either me as a person, celebrating my experiences, sort of different themes. And this year in particular was very hard because after you do 6 of these, this is my 7th, you kind of, the first year doesn't really count. I don't know, a lot of those videos are privated. Should I unprivate those videos? I privated a long time ago. I might unprivate them because, just I look at those videos and all I see is like this and I turn off, but maybe you guys won't care. But anyways, so I kind of figure out themes. And this year, like I said, was difficult. So the one thing I wanted to talk about was I kind of want to get on a personal level with some of you guys watching. So something that I've realized basically in the past several years of what's sort of happening to this LEGO community, and it's not the same as when it was because I've been around, this channel's been around since 2010, but I've been in the LEGO community since like 2008. So I've been here longer than 7 years, but this channel has been 7 years. And I've noticed a lot of changes, and I don't know, some of you guys watching right now, some of my friends, some other people who have been around for a long time, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but I think it's changed drastically. I mean, you start out from this community full of, let's start out with who we are. So I've known a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of people. I've grown relationships with a lot of people in this community, and a lot of us are really the same. So some of you watching this, I guess people watching these sort of special videos are on a personal level with the LEGO community. So I feel a lot of people I know come from sort of the same background. So YouTube, some people start in elementary school, or I'm talking about the LEGO YouTube community, start out in elementary school, maybe middle school, and in those periods, maybe not so much elementary school, but in middle school, when you start getting into this, and when LEGO becomes more than just playing and more of a passion and something you love and something you want to express, doesn't come till like a later age, so that middle high school range. But unfortunately, that's not the norm, especially in public schools and sort of places where you're setting yourself up to be bullied, basically. And so you have all these people that are living in that isolation world where they're not comfortable sharing people around them, like in their schools. Some friends know. I mean, it's a ton of people. You have your close friends at school that know. So you're in that world where you feel so isolated and just sort of alone. And because this kind of passion is so specific and there's a lot of us. So when you get together with people in this community that have that same passion, that come from that same background of sort of what you like, and you create amazing relationships, and it's amazing, and I'll get into that later. But something that I've noticed in the past few years, not recently, but just the past few years, and just how, I don't know what happened, but there's just so much hate in this community. There's so much hate, so much criticism, and I don't know what happened, but it's like we're turning against each other, and it's just so sad because we're becoming people are becoming what they're hiding from. And it's just something that I just feel very strongly about, and I just don't understand. I mean, all around, everywhere, you're just going to have that sort of bullying. And you just become a hypocrite. And that's just my 2 cents on it. I hope some of you guys agree with me on that. Where, just why? And it's supposed to be a community where we're sharing our passions, and yet we're becoming what we're hiding from. And not saying anyone's hiding from it, but I feel like a lot of you understand and relate to that. You're not hiding from it, but you're not open with it. And I know personally me, I had, like I said, my friends that knew, but I just didn't advertise it. Because once I did advertise it, I did have that feeling of being bullied and isolated, and it was horrible. So I can imagine some people that actually go through that. So anyways, let's go ahead. That's my 2 cents on that. The sort of what I've noticed in the community and the people, hypocrites, and it's just sad. So that's my 2 cents on that. So let's get sort of onto a different track. Alright, so the next thing I really wanted to go into, and to be honest, I just filmed a really nice piece to what I just said before, and it kind of, you could tell there's a cut, so I'm really frustrated. So I hope that doesn't happen this time. That's my fault. That's why I need a camera that I can see the lens finder thing. But anyways, so the next thing I really wanted to go into is, so the title of this video, which I didn't say in the intro, is why am I even doing this anymore? And that doesn't mean why am I doing anniversary videos anymore. That means why am I doing YouTube anymore? So YouTube for me really started out as pretty much, I didn't have any goals. I just throw stuff up, which if you want to hear about that story, you can watch some other videos. But recently I have been thinking like, why am I doing this anymore? And so I really stepped back and sort of just looked at it, evaluated some options, and then stepping back and doing that, I had to step back even further. I had to step back to why am I still doing this? And so then you start to just relive a lot of memories and start going through the past 7 years and just what YouTube has done for me as a person has been amazing. So when I thought about it, was where would I be at right now if I didn't do YouTube? Where would I be at? Maybe if I did focus more on academics. Maybe if I did sort of make another passion which would bring me to a different school maybe. Where would I be? And those what ifs, people always, have what ifs. But for me, it's not more what if that happened. What if I went down those paths would lead to I wouldn't have gone down this one. And sort of what this has done for me as a person is really, it's one thing, it taught me dependence on myself, because my number one motivator for this channel, my number one cheerleader that says, you gotta make these videos, you gotta go to these conventions, and with my Minecraft stuff, you gotta do all that, was me. I was my number one motivator in that regard, because even right now, I don't have anyone cheering me on from sort of like a personal level. I have some really great people that comment on my videos, which are probably watching it right now, which I appreciate you, and we'll get to that at the end, or we'll talk about this. So this sort of ties in with the whole theme of how we're not so different. So I guess that's the theme of this one, that we're not so different. So the fact of the matter is that I did choose this path. I am still doing it. And so stepping back and sort of evaluating why am I still doing it, and it's pretty simple. So reading comments and just seeing people watching my videos and have the same passions makes me think, wow, I'm sort of like there with this person in this community at that particular point. And just reading different comments, and just a lot of my friends, they do this too, but you inspire people. And there's nothing better than inspiring someone in something that you love. And to be there for that person on this sort of platform on YouTube is pretty special. And if this entire 7 years, if I influence at least one person to do what they love, at least one person, I think that's all that matters. Because when you find something that you love and you find people that care about you on this sort of level, it's amazing. Throughout YouTube, I've had several groups of friends throughout these years. You know, you have your circles that change, people leave, people come in at different points. People that are still around, but somehow you're not in that circle. You know, there's something just special about those moments. And to think that I could have done something else, to think that maybe in a different reality that I just went and did something else and that none of this would have happened, you know, really breaks my heart. There's been some rough times, there's been some, even right now, but I don't think for a moment I would change any of it for the world. I've been able to go to conventions, I've been able to go on trips and meet friends. I got to go to New York, I got to go to Virginia. It's been amazing. I've had two of my best friends come visit me. Just things like that just wouldn't have happened. And why am I still doing this anymore? Or why am I even doing this anymore? Because it's who I am. It's who I am and it's who I always will be. And going forward, looking back on my entire life, I will always remember these moments. And if you're watching this right now, I'm talking to you personally. If I've known you, if I've talked to you, if we've been in those Skype calls, if we've stayed up till 3 a.m. talking about random stuff, thank you. Thank you so much. Because like I said, pause. Sorry, I gotta push through this because I gotta get this video done. I have never missed a year. I'm not gonna miss a year, damn it. So, you know, thank you. You've taken me, a person who felt so alone, and you're there for me. Everyone. It doesn't matter if we've talked for an hour on Skype. It doesn't matter if we talked 1,000 hours. You friends know who you are, who I've talked to so much. I mean, it's amazing. So, just thank you. And there was videos where I would give thanks to friends and I'd become personally offended that they don't comment or they don't acknowledge this sort of thanks. But in this moment right now, I don't care. I want to get it out there. And I always try to give back to them. I try to give back to you guys in any way I can, because of the way you've lifted my spirits and my soul, and you've given me so many opportunities, and it's amazing. So, I don't mean to get emotional there, but it's so true. And I hope that people out there watching this, I hope that you have or have had the same experiences I have here in this LEGO community, where you just create the most amazing friendships, and hopefully that you get to actually, like Brick Fair is an example where I get to meet these people and actually spend real time in real life, and it's just a whole other thing than a Skype call. I hope that you guys have those experiences because they are the best. So I guess that is my thanks to you guys. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing YouTube. I really don't. But so as long as there's that chance to inspire, as long as there's that chance to show compassion, to develop skills, as long as there's that chance, I'm going to be here. So again, thank you to you guys, to my friends, to acquaintances who drive me and motivate me every single day, to the guys who wake me up in the middle of the night in group chats, to guys who Snapchat 4,000 times a day. Thank you. And I hope that in some way that I made an impact on your life as you made one on mine. And that's just something I really hope. So, thank you. This is all I can say. So I really want to end off this video on sort of another thanks, which, you know, these videos, that's what this is, celebrating the channel, celebrating my experiences. So, and that happens, that the thanks, I think, really should go to the viewers, the fans, so to say. So, like I said, I want to end off this video with a thank you to everyone that's watched these videos, and that watch my videos, and that have just been with me for 7 years. I mean, I have some people that have been like, I've been watching you for a long time, and that's just amazing. And it's amazing for what I do, and it's just so, I'm just so thankful. And I know I had a written plan, but I'm just going off of improv right now, so I might be a little over the place, which is why I write them. But so, you know, for example, I mean, just all throughout the different years and stuff that I've done, like, one of my big things, of course, is Lego Batman 3. I mean, I have that video that has like 7 million views, and I just, how did that happen? So that's probably one of my biggest achievements here on YouTube, and it's just, I worked hard for that video. I have people that be like, you got lucky on that 7 million. I took 5 days off of work to get all of those characters for that video game. That was insane, and I cannot believe that 7 million people have watched that video, and it's just incredible, and hopefully some of those people come back to my channel and become freaking viewers. I know I don't offer very unique quality of content. I'm trying, I really am. It's kind of hard right now, like on an actual personal level. Like, it's hard for me to figure things out. I have some ideas, I do, of stuff I want to do. I want to continue my mocks and stuff like that, so there's a little snippet there of what I want to do, but just the viewers are what makes this possible. I don't think it would have, the friendships are one thing. Of course, I could have left the YouTube community, and like the true friends I would have stayed with, but it's the fans that really kept me in line. It's the fans why I make my videos. I don't make my videos for my friends, obviously. I don't think anyone does that. But so, you know, like Lego reviews and stuff like that, I do that for the fans. I do that for the people that watch them. And they're just, you all are just amazing people. And I hope that in some way that the Lego YouTube community has influenced you in some way. I know I have some very talented friends that have inspired some people to do incredible things as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go. My camera is dying on me, my memory card is running out, my legs are killing me, so thank you all so much. I love you all, I love all my friends, I love all the fans. Thank you so much for making me who I am, and yeah, so thank you from the bottom of my heart as a human being who, we're not so different. So hopefully that's the theme of this one, that we're all not so different, that we all need to really drive each other forward, not try to bring each other back. So thank you all. We'll see you next year. We'll see you in another video, hopefully, and goodbye.